Testing. Anybody there? Come in, Houston. Hey, Jim. Oh, so now it's working? So we're all good now. Maybe I ought to start the song over. Let's start from the beginning. Can you guys bear with me on that? Here we go. Well, off to a shaky start, but here we are. I think we got sound. Everything's going hunky-dory. Anyway, welcome to another live broadcast. Wes is here pushing the buttons. Gail's working the message board. I want to thank you guys for joining us, because if you don't show up, boy, it's just no fun. And the Zoom guys, thank you guys. You guys can hear everybody okay? Okay, good. James, Robert, Jerry?
Yep, can do.
All right. So that tune was There Will Never Be Another Hugh Downs. Whoever, remember him? Was he an announcer or something? Anyway, Another You. It's a great little song. We've had it at our camp once. And the problem with the song is it's such a long song form that, you start getting, 10, 12 bands up there and everybody doing it. It's like, whoa, that's a long night. So we generally don't have that one going again. So today, what we're going to talk about is a couple of amplifiers and this guitar that I just got in, the sale that's going on, and, various topics. And by the way, if you guys get on there and ask questions and all that stuff, and we'll talk about things, whatever's on your mind. So, let's do a quick roll call, shall we, Wes?
You will not laugh. You will not cry. You will learn by the numbers. I will teach you. Sound off like you got a pair. Sir, yes, sir. Here you are all equally worthless.
Yeah. Oh, boy. I'm so glad I didn't have to go to Vietnam. Oh. So Tom Coulihan, thank you for joining us. Hi, Tom. And Mike Brandenburg. Hi, guys, from All Is Well in the Big D today. And Robin from Newbury Park. And by the way, check that amp out. This is a tube amp that Rob built. And I've got it here. I told Rob I've always wanted to have a tube amp in the studio because people are talking about what would that sound like with a nice tube amp? Well, here it is. So now we've got that to A-B it. So we'll talk about that a little bit more later on. So thanks, Rob, for letting us have that. Shovelhead is here. Rob says, yeah, the 605 is a really nice Eastman. It sure is. Okay, so Guitar Vox is here. Zelle by Media. Zelle, no sound. We had no sound. Now we got sound. Thomas is there. Thomas.
All right, we got, Thomas, Gnome, 6585, Jim Champlin's in Albuquerque. What's going on, buddy? Stephen K. in Olympia. Let's see. I think Rob's here. Guitar Vox. Sean Britt Music. What's going on, buddy? Butch Bowles. Hey, Butch. Carl Clayton. Hey, Carl. Secret Sauce. What's going on? And Locke. Hey, Locke.
Locke. Haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? And then Charles from Jersey City. Cool. Carl Clayton. Evansville, Indiana. My grandson's going to school there somewhere in Indiana, over by Indianapolis. Secret Sauce. Okay, so here's what I would like to. Let's just jump into this guitar and let's talk about it right away. So let's do our feature. So this guitar was made for me 15 years ago. When I first got sponsored by Eastman, they said, come on over to their place and try out some guitars. And I did, and I tried out a whole ton of them. And this guitar sounded the best. This is a mahogany, solid mahogany body with a solid spruce top with a floating pickup. It's a beautiful guitar. And it's got a rosewood fretboard, rosewood pickguard, rosewood tailpiece, rosewood truss cover. They don't make them like this anymore, and it's too bad. It's a beautiful guitar. Check the back out on this. Solid mahogany. It's got a wonderful, wonderful sound. Now, you see the dots in it? Well, that was added for me because I said, hey, look, I can't do guitar lessons with a guitar that has no dots. Students would know where to put their fingers, So they put these dots on for me. And Steve Greenfield, who was the fella at the time, who was a great guitar player, living over in, I think he's in the Villages in Florida now. And he put on that. He had his guys put on the dots, and they put real big dots on there. So, but anyway, I played it for a while, and then they said, we want you to play one of our more higher end guitars, like a John Pisano. And I said, okay, I'm not going to argue with that. So, okay. So then that's when I got my John Pisano, and I was playing that all the time. And this was just sitting around. I had a student that wanted one of these, and I said, well, you can have this one. So that was 15 years ago. Then he just called me up and said, you know what, I'm not doing so hot, and I quit playing, and I've been hemming and hawing about getting rid of this guitar, and would you like to buy it back? So I did. And so when you're looking at 50 guitars in the room, I'm thinking, well, do I need another one? So I'm going to offer this up. And it's got this, so it's on the website there. It's got this Eastman, this is the Eastman pickup. By the way, it's a rosewood bridge, and the workmanship on this is really stunning. When you really look at this guitar and you think, this is like a custom-made guitar. You know how you see luthiers, custom luthier builders, you think, those are really nice guitars. They are. And I'm looking at this and listening to it and thinking, yeah, so is this. This is a 1 3/4 inch nut with 25-inch scale. So it's in between the 25.5 and the 24 3/4. So that particular scale I really like, 25-inch scale. Not too big, not too small, just right. And so it's got nice, like, 5 or 7 ply binding. It's all bound all over the place. Nice imperial tuners. It's a great little fingerstyle guitar, man. It's now when I got it back, here's what I did to it. Because 15 years ago, I did stuff to the guitar that, I still do today. Grind down the bridge a little bit so I can get the action low. But when I got it, some of the fret ends, the fretboard was dry. Some of the fret ends were a little sticking out, so I worked on those. Could stand just a little bit more of a touch. Hydrated the fretboard. Now, here's something funny. If you're in for something funny, I don't mean funny like haha, like funny, weird. When you hydrate a dry fretboard, sometimes the frets, the wood squeezes now, expands, and it made one of the frets all of a sudden jump up a little bit. And it was this note here. I'd play this note and it'd sound like that note. So what do you do in that case? Well, I loosen the string. I put some support over back here and I hit it with my nylon hammer. Boom, 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 boom. Done deal. So sometimes, a fret might pop up a little bit and then you gotta just, because they don't glue the frets in. At least, I hope they don't. You don't need to glue the frets in. They got tangs on them or barbs, whatever they're called, barbs. They keep that thing in place. You start gluing it if you ever want to replace the frets, you take half the fretboard with you. And rosewood's rough. When you start taking frets out and you chip up rosewood, it's hard to patch it because rosewood is different colors all the way around. If it's ebony, it's all black. So it's easy to patch up because what happens, you pull out frets, it takes a little bit of that fretboard with it. So, anyway, I probably didn't need to know that, but that's the deal. Now, this has got a 3-piece neck, and I'm looking at the neck, and I'm thinking, wait a minute now. It's 3 pieces. I don't know if you can see it there. But I think it's mahogany with a center maple piece in the middle. Or it could be just 3-piece mahogany. So the guitar is a 2011. And there you have it. Let's take a listen to it acoustically, okay? So check this out. Now, again, you got a volume here and a tone here. So here it is acoustically. Let me turn this mic on overhead. He rode in from the west. Well, if you see me coming, better step aside. Anyway. Anyway, nice sound. Here it is, just direct. By the way, when I played Here, There Will Never Be Another You, I was going direct and through Rob's amp. So it was kind of a mixture. But this is just direct. All right, let's play through the Hendrix. All right, now I'm going to play it through Rob's tube amp. You know, Rob, that sounds pretty good. Anyway, yeah. So there it is. That song was called "Till There Was You." Now, if we want to play it with a track, we could. We very well could play it with a track. This Rob, your amp sounded pretty good. Do you guys agree? Let's see. Question here. Rich, Jill, and Kevin. Hi, Kevin. Kevin and Jill, traveling the country, singing country swing tunes. I have two AR805s, both from 2006. One is a stock 805 with no fingerboard markings, as is stock. I own a 910, which is amazing. 910s are amazing. He's cool cats. Eastman gets high reviews. The other, labeled 805CE, has star fingerboard markings in European positions, like a typical machete, whatever that is, guitar, in a cutaway that resembles that of an 810. It had to be custom. You know, Eastman was building custom guitars for a while. They built me another one, too. Gary Galima's here. Hi, Gary. Yeah, anyway, yeah, so that is the guitar. It's a beautiful guitar. He took wonderful care of this thing. This thing has just, as far as I can tell, one little, tiny little chip, which is somewhere back here, like right there. That is so hard to see. You really can't see it.
Yeah, it looks like more looks like a spot or something.
Yeah, it's more.
It's not really a.
It's not a chip. It's.
Yeah, it's like a spot. It's kind of funky, but there's a photo of it on the website.
Okay.
Good shape though. That back on that thing is really nice.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I want to show it again. Let's show it again.
Yeah, that thing's sweet.
Now,
Guitar Vox is asking, on the tube amp, is that a spring reverb or digital, or is the reverb off the board?
The reverb is off the board. Yeah, Rob built it without reverb. And so I have a little bit of reverb off the board, which is a Hall, digital Hall. So, yeah, I got to have a little bit of reverb. It's just a little more sustain. It just is so nice. So when I took this out to play this amp this last weekend, I used a pedal reverb. Got to have my reverb, man. So just... I wanted to play this, well, one more time with something. Let me grab another tune here a second. I'm looking at the menu and I'm not hungry. Ta-da! Anyway, there you have it. The 605, 2011. They don't make them like this anymore. Now they're $3,000 list with 2 mounted humbucking pickups. So definitely the top is not as responsive as this one, without a doubt. So wonderful guitar for fingerstyle, whatever. Granted, I must say, if you use, if you go out and gig with it, there might be feedback issues. I don't know. I know when I used it, I did, but I was playing out of a Fender amp, and Fender amps and Archtop guitars don't mix well. So if I had the Quilter or the Hendrickson, I probably wouldn't have had those issues. Anyway, if you're interested, give me a call in this guitar. All right, let's move on. This ends the guitar feature for the day. All right, question of the day. Shall we do a question of the day? Oh, Gary Gleeman, thanks for the tip for Wes. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Gary. Appreciate it, buddy. Good to see you, man.
Yeah.
Just send me an email one of these days.
When audience members shout fevered, I respond with reverb. Okay, more reverb. I get that. That's funny. All right, question of the day. You ready for this? Do you practice more with a plan or you just practice whatever feels right? That is the question. Do you practice with a plan that's already been formulated that you're working on, or just kind of sit down and play and just do whatever feels right at the moment? Please enter your response, or your Zoom guys, you can actually talk. But anyway,
Can you hear me, Rich?
loud and clear.
All right. I don't know. My practice, I set out to learn like 18 songs. And so it took several months. It took 2 years, actually, to get all 18 down as far as comping and individual melody and chord melodies. And then along the way, still trying to learn how to play through the changes.
Mm-hmm.
But what I found myself doing to try to keep it fresh is like recently, I will play the major scale, and then all the modes of it around the cycle of fourths daily.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
usually I would pick every note.
Right.
But what I've been doing now is like I'll start in C and I'll hammer on, and then I'll pull off all the way, and then when I go to F, I will pick. So
Oh.
I swap out hammering on, pull off, or pick as I go through the cycle of fourths, and I do that with my major. I do that with the jazz minor, and I do that with the 8-tone diminished.
Mm.
And so
Wow.
doing those hammer on and pull offs, I've always avoided doing that because I always wanted to be really good at picking, you know. And at Yosemite last year, Mike Dana made the comment to me. He says, "Man, you can play eighth notes. You got it." And so I sort of took that and was like, "Okay, I guess I'm doing okay with the picking thing." I'd always avoid hammer-ons and pull-offs because I wanted to know how to pick.
Yeah.
And so now I've started doing that. I have a regiment of doing hammer-ons and pull-offs, you know, through the major scale, jazz minor, and
Right.
the diminished.
Well-
Another thing I do is when I'm learning a chord progression, I will take and just get the names of the chord and the progression down, but I try to cross-pick everything as far as like playing the chord progression when I'm learning it. I try to cross-pick everything, down, up, down, up, down, up on a cross-pick.
Oh,
You know,
you mean
now-
like economy picking?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but not really sweeping it, but like cross-picking, doing like a down, up,
Oh, nice. Oh, I see.
like that. Yeah, doing an alternating cross-pick.
Uh-huh.
And I do that while I'm learning the chord progression through all the chords of whatever song I'm learning.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's
So-
good.
Yeah, so it's like when I sit down to practice, I already know what songs I have to learn because I've been trying to learn them.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll take and try to do things with the progressions that I'm learning that I don't normally do, such as the cross-picking or the hammer-on and pull-offs when it comes to soloing.
Mm-hmm.
But
Good.
yeah, so
Well, that's-
I guess, you know, I have a plan, and that's to learn the songs. But then as far as the practice goes, for me, I find myself trying to create things
Mm-hmm.
in order to bring something new into my playing. So I
Right.
don't know if that's correct or incorrect.
No, I think that's pretty good. Yeah. When you think about it, practicing, there's three elements to straighten out here. There's three elements to your guitar playing. There's technique, right? And then there's theory, and then there's a repertoire. And that's, learning licks, songs, all that stuff. So each one of those pillars, those three legs have to be studied separately. So I think what you're doing is really good with the cross-picking thing and playing the modes and all that stuff and working on just your technique. That's very important.
Yeah, I found that over time, over the past couple of years since I started studying with you, the tonality of the tones, the sounds that I produce are not quite, to the level of like what I want to be, but I have seen that the sound quality is definitely getting better. What comes out of the fingertips.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. So I can hear that at times.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's good. Well, you have a nice touch. Anyways, so yeah, you're doing good. So within those 3 pillars, you take a few minutes and you work on your technique, just like William did with maybe work on the slurred picking, where you're doing all these hammers, slides, and pull-offs. Doing all those kind of things. And then theory. Now, a lot of guys think, okay, so, I know how to spell my scales. I know how to make chords. I kind of know harmonic progressions, secondary dominance. Is there anything more to theory? And the answer is no. No, the answer is yes. But more specifically, let's apply it to the guitar. You know what I mean? So let's say we want to talk about a E minor chord. We know the makeup of that chord, right? So let's try to pick out some different voicings on the guitar. So if I've got an E minor chord, I know there's an E, a D, and a B. And there might be a G. Now, I don't think I've ever played that chord. But it's a pretty sound, isn't it? From that, I know if I lower the 7th degree 1/2 step, I get the dominant that would go with that. In other words, A9. Or E minor 6, the same thing. So, little things like that, where you take, maybe a C major 7th instead of playing it like this. Let's play a piece of it, maybe do some closed voicings, like that. Maybe even come up with our own little, it's pretty hard to do anything original that hasn't already been done on this instrument. But you'd be surprised. You come up with a lot of new things that maybe you wouldn't have discovered just because you've taken the theory of something and started just applying it to the guitar and let the theory push you along and find some new ways of playing things. So if I have a 2-5-1 progression, let's say, let's go back to this inversion. By the way, and then I'm going to go to this as A, and then it's going to resolve to a D, isn't it? So I might do something like, so I have a D, F sharp, D, F sharp, a B, E. 6-9. So you've taken your theory and now you've applied it. You played a 2-5-1 in D with some voicings that you may never use in your lifetime. But you might. You might find yourself in this situation. And remember, when you voice chords, the lower strings always have a fatter, prettier sound. A nice fat sound. And so you might want to reposition some voicings to apply to that. So that's one way that your theory can be part of your guitar playing. So it comes in both ways. Does that make sense? Am I making sense, Wes?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So the other thing is now repertoire. All right, so you want to make sure when you learn a song that you can play the melody in 2 octaves, and you can play the melody in several areas of the neck. Just the melody. Don't worry so much about playing a chord melody. And the way that you know you can play a melody is if you can sit down and write it out. Now, a lot of guys don't like to write music. They're not experienced with that. It's about time you got experienced with writing notes on the page. So try to do that. Also, write out the chords. Write out the chords by memory. That's how you'll know if you've got it. Then, in your musical journal, write it in another key. Write it in a couple of keys, and the guitar neck will open up for you and render its precious fruit. So, that's what I like to do. When it comes to repertoire, you want to make sure you not only, you can sit there and work on a lick till you're blue in the face. However, do you really know that lick? Do you really know it? Sit down and write it out. Why does this work? If you sat down and wrote it out, then you'd have to say, where are these notes coming from? What the hell's with these notes? You know what I mean? So now you're going to be really working on really understanding what that lick is all about. So if you would put that into your daily practice too, that you're doing that. So that's how you really learn something, is to write it out. That's why I always tell people they ought to teach, because you really start focusing your thoughts and you really learn stuff when you got to show it to somebody else. Okay, so teaching is a good way to do that. Hi, Don Spain. So now there's, as far as practice plans, there are some practice ideas on the web page on the library. You know, pick a tune, work on it, pick up some licks, pick some scales, work on it, and then move on. Keep moving on. Anybody got any other ideas with the ideas about practicing? Okay. You know, when you think about Blackbird, you know, everybody knows how to play this. What are the chords? Blackbird singing in the dead of night. You were only waiting for this moment to arrive. You can jazz it up, right? Figure out those chords. It's kind of neat to do that. When you are given a piece of music, try to really expand on it as much as you can, and it's really good for you. And what's good for you is good for you. All right, let's move on.
Cool Cat asked, can we hear an original song of your liking?
Well, I just did the West Side of Heaven, this one. That's my tune. That's the only one I like. Actually, I like a lot of them, but I don't know if I could play them right off the top of my head. Maybe I could. Let me see what's in the bag here.
Don says, Don Spain, what's up, buddy? He says, I've been working on Confirmation. That first lick is a doozy.
Yeah, that's a tune I'd never really learned. I'd love to help you with that, Don, but it ain't going to happen. I don't know it that well. Sorry. Well, I might as well play this again. What the heck? I was going to play this guild. Let me get this guild. By the way, we have the guild and this and the 575 up on the web page now, so you can check out the prices on them and all that good stuff. Try not to break something here. This little guild, God, this thing is heavy compared to the other. Compared to that thing is light. This guy's heavy. Oh.
Hey, Rich, if
Yo.
you was guitar poor, which one would you choose? The guild that you have or the Eastman you just played?
If I was guitar poor,
Yes.
and I wanted to, boy, that's a good question. Why don't I play this and you decide?
All right.
It
the
depends.
Eastman.
What are you
That
going to
thing
use it
sounded
for? What are you going to use it for? Are you going to go out gigging?
Me personally, I would rather take the Eastman out to play a gig than take this thing outside. You know.
Come on, man. It's like buying a nice Harley Davidson and parking it in your room. You got to get it out and get dirty.
All right. I guess I'll start smoking. Get ashes all over it too.
Hey, I'd like to interject here. So, I know what you mean, William. Went to rehearsal this weekend and I picked up a new motto, and it is to protect the guitar at all costs. And what I mean is, I finished a rehearsal, wanted to go over and talk to the keyboard player, and dadgummit, I got tripped in my guitar cord and pulled my L4 and stand, and I looked around and it was going in slow motion, like the Titanic. And my heart was going thumpity, thumpity, thumpity.
Did it hit the floor?
Yeah, it hit the floor and it survived. No cracks, no dings, no nothing. It was a soft floor. But I have changed my way of thinking now. And the guitar will always come first. When you finish, pack it up. Don't mess with anything else. That's my new motto. So
Yeah, especially unplug it and take the strap off it.
holy smokes, yeah.
You know
Scared the bejeebies.
what kind of stand do you have? Because if you get one like these that lean back, that lean back.
I got one of these jabbers, that I guess they do lean back.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
That's what I take.
Yeah, that's a good one, but they can't resist, you knocking them over.
Oh, that's so scary.
Well, I'm glad that it survived. It's a nice instrument.
Yeah, I would have wound up buying that guild he's playing right there had it broke.
Dang.
Wow. I do like those guilds. Yeah,
Missed the opportunity here.
I did.
Yeah. I would, you got to be careful with it. You're right. It's I know this guy. His name's Tim. He's a stellar fingerstyle player, and he's got really a bunch of really wonderful guitars, and he's won a bunch of competitions, and he's really good, really funny, nice guy. But he said, man, guitars are just hammers to me. They're just hammers. I don't care about them. And I'm like, really? Wow. Well, why don't you send one my way then? It's kind of like, yeah, they're tools. Excuse me, guys. But they're working art. So, and each one has its own little voice. So, you gotta you gotta have a little bit of respect for the hammer is one thing. It doesn't take a whole lot of art to make a hammer, but it sure does to make a guitar. Even those Japanese guys, China guys, they you don't sell them short. Okay, well, here's a tune. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, Twisted in Rhythm. We'll try that. All right. Anyway, that was Twisted Rhythm. Forgot how fast that was. But thanks for asking for an original tune. That's it's just a new slant on a rhythm changes. Locke said, I just started working with the Wolfhard EQ tunes to improve my reading and rhythm skills, and Chuck Wayne's chord book recommended by John Pisano. Oh, good for you. Well, give us a report on that and have it on my desk by Monday, Locke. Maybe we don't take too much at a time for practicing. Identify problem areas and spend time on those. Yes, good idea, Jimmy. So you take tunes, find the problem areas, and woodshed them. To me, when you woodshed something, you can't just keep playing it in the same spot. You got to move it. I go back to this. How did that lick go? You gotta move it up and down the neck. You know, when you move something up and down the neck, you're gonna play it at least 15 times or so. You see, so you're all, otherwise you're playing this about 3 times in the same position and you're done. So when you move things, like even if you're learning a new chord, make sure you take it and play it around the cycle. And like I was telling somebody, this chord, just a freaking 6 chord, is getting harder and harder for me to play. So I got to make sure I do this every day. This used to be no sweat. And then, man, your hand feels good. And then you do it again. Okay, so, Jimmy, this last week, so I played a gig with my old friend, Boyd, his big band. And let's see, where did that go? Let's check this out. Here is...
To make it full size.
Oh. The tune is Time After Time. Uh-oh. Well, what do you think?
Yeah, they're good. You guys sounded great.
Oh, that nice arrangement. That's a nice, beautiful arrangement. Thanks, Jim Rolfe, for filming that. You know, it's funny is the bass player, the piano player, and the drummer all went to college together. Went to Northridge College, and I was there for a month and quit. But so the bass player and the piano player both went on to play with the Buddy Rich Orchestra and was browbeat intensely by Buddy. Yeah, that's a great tune. That, you know, and Boyd said, "Hey, we're going to do Time After Time," and you have the first time through the form. Okay, so I started learning the tune, and God, that song just got in my head, and I just I'd wake up in the middle of the night singing it. Isn't that a nice song? Is he? The time after time. No, wait. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a beautiful tune. I'm going to do a little chart on it, an arrangement, one of these days, along with the other 60 I've been promising to do for a while. So there's a couple other, I think there's another video, but we'll save that for another time. Any questions about anything, guys?
So William, after hearing the Guild, which one would you take? Oh, whoops, sorry. Say it again, sorry.
Oh, okay. I would say I like the Guild. The Guild sounded great. It really did. The Eastman is like super cool looking, but the Guild sounded great. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'd go with the same thing. Like the Eastman's cooler looking, but if you're going by sound alone, the Guild sounds a lot better to me.
Don't you think the Eastman is better fingerstyle, though?
It had a good soft tone to it, but I think that Wes Montgomery type thing, the Joe Pass type sound,
Yeah.
it really comes out of the Guild. The notes sound fuller bodied. The notes sound fatter when they come out of it.
It does sound a lot bigger.
When you think of the common jazz tone, it sounded like the Guild. Yeah. The thing I would like about the Eastman is how the cutaway on the Eastman is sort of straight down through there, which is cool because what I have trouble with is when I'm running the major scale on the cycle of fourths and I come up to the F, my wrist, because of the way I hold the instrument, my wrist gets crammed up. I have to stick my wrist through the cutaway, where if it was more like an L5 with the round or like that Eastman where it's flat, it wouldn't. The Florentine cutaway just goes right into my wrist.
Aha.
So, yeah. But
Interesting.
Guild, yeah, definitely. Now the arrangement on that time, was it Time After Time?
Yeah.
Who wrote that arrangement?
You know, I'm not sure. But the song is a Sammy Kahn tune, and his writing partner. Forgive me. Who is that? There's a funny quote. Sammy Kahn, he's a lyric guy, right? And he was talking about some song. And he says, man, I could eat a can of alphabetic soup and shit a better lyric than that. Okay. Wow. That's pretty. He didn't like that.
That has the Mark Twain shit right there, man.
That's right. Yeah. I tried to go with more pictures for the AR605, and it takes me to a Dropbox link with the pictures of the Heritage Sweet 16. Wes, did you see that? We'll have to fix that later.
I'll fix it. It'll be done in 2 seconds. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, so I've been playing through Rob's amp there, that amp. It's got a 10 and an 8 in it, and they're the Weber speakers. And believe it or not, it's got 2 speakers, and it's a pine body, solid pine. So it's pretty light. When you look at it, it looks huge, but it's pretty light. And it's got a volume and a tone knob and a couple of different preamp things. I don't know. You could make it sound like a Tweed or something. Sorry for my bad description, Rob.
Hey, so Jazzy Jr., I fixed that link on there. If you want to go back to that, it'll show you the Eastman pictures. You click it again.
Okay. Good. Thanks. Julie Stein, thank you. We will miss you all to next year. Don Spain, yeah, you can't make camp this year. But next year, let's hope. By the way, the camp is coming up in June. It's not too late. We've got room for you. So come on down if you want to hang out for a week with Todd Johnson, Shaw McCowan, Tim Lurch, Mike Dana, and myself. Tyler Wells will be there, Luthering, working on guitars if you got some. Also, bring any guitar you want to sell. Who knows? Guys have swapped guitars over the years and done crazy things and bought and sold guitars. Bring them along. We usually stick them on a display table. I'll have a few. Here's what class looks like. We actually are adding another class this year because we have an extra teacher. And we divide you up into groups. And
except for him, he's in his own group.
He's in his solitude at the, There's William there. Mike Dana, Tom Collins, Tony Cook.
Yeah, anyways, plenty of spots available, and head to the site to sign up.
You won't be disappointed.
There's a video on the site, too, that walks you through the whole camp. So watch it, and if you're interested. Jazzy Jr. says, love your playing and tones, longtime watcher for years. There's not many with an easygoing style highlighting jazz guitar on YouTube. I know all the big hitters, but a lot of them are not long form. No, they're not. They're actually getting shorter and shorter form every video, it seems like. They're probably now at about 45 seconds.
Yeah. Here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the difference, too, is they probably make money on their YouTube, and we don't, really. So.
Yeah, so the more videos you got and the shorter.
Yeah.
And
so
then the faster they go by, then they view them a few times, right?
Yeah. Yeah, if you play say you play a sweet lick and it's 8 seconds, well, you're going to want to see that lick again, right?
Yeah.
Probably a third time, maybe even, and then say you wanted to figure it out. Now you're watching it 30, 40 times. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, long form on YouTube, there's not much of it. We're keeping it alive, though.
the last of the Mohicans. Greg, how you doing there in Australia?
Good, Rich. You just woke up.
Well, good. I was hoping you'd finally get out of bed, for crying out loud. It's almost 2 in the afternoon.
Wow. Hey, I love that concert.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a fun band. By the way, a lot of these guys are really heavy hitter players.
Yeah, they sound great.
Yeah.
Are you going to put the whole concert up? You going to post the whole concert
Jimmy,
on YouTube or something?
That's up to Jim Rolfe. We'll have to figure out how to do that. I'll ask Jim about that.
That'd be good.
But I think he filmed it on his iPhone. Man, that's got pretty damn good sound, doesn't it? It's crazy. That iPhone, a great picture. It's like, wow. My brother-in-law is a real estate photographer. He says, I don't get out my $1,000 cameras, anymore. I just take my iPhone. It's like, geez, really?
Yeah, it's easier and better. Danielle says, I'm hearing YouTubers have to make shorts so that algorithm will allow long videos to get visibility. Yeah, that's true.
I don't get it. What do you mean?
Well, if you're only making long videos, they're not going to get as much viewing. YouTube's not going to promote them as much if you don't do shorts alongside it.
Oh.
So if you exclude shorts altogether, YouTube's going to be like, oh, well, this guy's not doing shorts. Let's not promote his video that much.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And then compared to the other guy, this guy's pumping out 10 shorts a day, and then he puts out a regular video. Let's put that regular video out,
I see. Okay. We need, yeah.
We're doing a lot of shorts, though. Sarah's putting shorts up every day.
Oh.
Every few days, for sure.
Yeah, it's interesting, the YouTube thing. One time we had a video that got like 100,000 views in a matter of days, a couple of days or something, and we could not figure out why. Why this and not all the others? It just made no sense. We tried everything, but we couldn't make. Is that Sarah there? Zilla Media?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Sarah. Let's see. What else was on the agenda for today? Let me take a quick look here, young men.
Jim said I can put the concert on a Google Drive. He'll let us know when it's up.
Oh, great.
So there you go, Greg. We'll get you that link.
Oh, great. Fantastic.
Yeah, hey, could you guys send out like an email to let us know when it's posted up? Because I would like to watch the entire show too.
Yeah, sure, for sure. I'll probably just throw it into Dropbox or something, or unless Jim's link's shareable. But yeah, let us know, Jim, and yeah, we'll get it out.
All right, so I have a an announcement. So, Quilter is not going to make this amp anymore. This is the Aviator Cub. And it's a wonderful little amp. I think it's 50 watts, solid state, but they don't sound solid state. And it's got 3 inputs, blackface, blonde, and tweed. It's got all your buttons and all that, reverb, signal output, speaker volume. It's quite an amp. But it has come to its end of life, as they say. And so I have one, and I also have the Micro Pro, or the Mach 3, and I've got two other Quilter amps and 2 Hendrix amps and a couple Fender amps. It's like, I got too many amps. Now this amp, I'm going to let it go for the measly price. Wait for it. $499. $499, and this could be yours. It's a great little amp. I've only taken it out a couple of times to gig with, and I've left it in the studio, and we use it every week. But so it's burned itself in. It's not going to leave you stranded. It's proven itself. And by the way, Quilter is a wonderful company. If you got a problem with a Quilter amp, they stand by their stuff.
Does it have reverb?
Boy, Boy, does it.
Yeah, it's got tons of effects on it, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't really have a...
Or it's got tons of preset?
Well, no, it's got a limiter. I don't know if you can get in close on that. I don't know. It's got a limiter, bass, mid, and treble, an effects return and send, reverb. It's got the signal volume, so you can plug headphones in and line out, which is kind of cool. You got a line out right here, and their line outs are great. It's got the speaker volume. Oh, I had the speaker volume way down. Huh, why did I do that? One thing I like about the Quilter is it does have a limiter. I like a limiter or a compressor or something to even out the guitar. Like I said, this is different. Blackface, blonde, and tweed get different sounds. It's got a 12-inch speaker, custom made for Quilter. It's not very heavy at all. It looks heavy, but it's not. I think it's about 21 pounds. And
is the reverb in it, is it digital or is it a spring tank?
It's digital.
It's digital?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is it like a medium type spring or a Hall?
It's more like a Hall.
Oh, okay.
We can look it up. Well, you've heard it before. But yeah, it's more of a Hall. It's a nice sound. Nice reverb. I think their reverb is a little sweeter than the Hendrickson reverbs. But anyway, like I said, it's got a cover too. That's nice, and I took it to camp before Hendrickson started sponsoring us and sending out amps and stuff. But took it to camp once. But it's come to its end of life, is the way they put it. Like it's dead. And I guess because they're going to make more of the modular things for people to plug their own speakers in. And they're going for that rock crowd, you know what I mean? It's because I had the Micro Pro 2, that's the one I used with the big band. It's the one I used to promote with an 8-inch speaker. And then they decided, we're done. We're done with that too. Just not selling enough units. So adios. And so that happens. They develop new things, and then they peak and they go, and then they crash, and then they get rid of it, and they don't mess around with it anymore. Which is probably smart. They're a lot smarter than me when it comes to marketing. So Quilter, I don't know if you guys know this, QSC, which is a fantastic audio sound, reinforcement sound. You go to a concert, Madonna concert, QSC, and stuff, Not that I've been to a Madonna concert, but big concerts and churches use QSC. That's Quilter Sound Labs. Quilter, Pat Quilter, he developed that. So he sold that company and just wanted to make guitar amps. So there you have it. So if anybody's interested in that, you're welcome to give me a call, and we'll go from there. Okay, enough of that. Anybody else about anything? tiny little thing. Let's see. Oh, the guitar. I want you guys to see this. Make sure you guys know this. There it is. Let me look. There it is. All these guitars. And we're blowing them out. Call me crazy. It's a spring sale. I don't know how I can do this. We're just blowing these guitars out. Look at the price on this. These brand new D'Angelicos. $16.75. Brand new. I don't know how we can do it. And look at this. See that 535, $21.99, brand spanking new. I haven't even set it up, but the reason I've been waiting to set it up is because whoever buys it, I want to know, do you want flat wounds? You want round wounds on that? You're going to be doing bending or what? Here is the 605. You can still have the Guild X500. The X150, $17.99. This Guild X50, $12.99. Anyway, had to get that in there. Being the salesman that I am. No ups, no extras. This $10 worth of free metalwork with every car I paint at
Earl Scheib.
Yeah. And they pay their employees, I want to say it about $2.50 to mask the car, because they really don't do a very good job. My uncle used to restore cars and sell them, and he was didn't like Earl Scheib.
Yeah, you could go get your car painted for $200.
Yeah, it used to be $29.95. I still say I can paint any car, any color, $29.95. And this week, $10 worth of free metalwork. $200. Just don't wash it.
Remember this joke? Your mama's so fat, she gets her toenails painted at Earl Scheib.
Aye.
Your mama's so fat, when you tell her to haul ass, she makes 2 trips.
Oh boy, you guys are bad.
Oh, yeah.
Well, all right, don't forget Thursday, live stream, live with Rich. And by the way, the following Thursday, we will not have a session, so you better jump on this one if you've got questions. Don't wait till the next week. So Thursdays, 11 a.m. That's 4 in the morning Australia time, or 5 in the morning. So get on there if you've got any questions or anything you want to talk about. We've been working on the Alter Dominant Natural 5 scale with some of these guys, and it's been fun. And I think they've gained some stuff from it. Okay, well, Wes, what do you think? Is it time to say goodbye?
Yeah, unless anyone else has a last question to get in or anything like that.
I forgot to play it. Well, we're going to ease on down the road here now. Yeah. It's been a real pleasure now. Remember Walter Brennan? Yeah, we had an old mule. And that old mule, oh yeah, that... What was the name of that mule in that song? Rivers. That old mule, Rivers. Hey, Pepino. I played at Slim Pickens' daughter's wedding. I probably told this story before. And so back in the day, you know, there were casuals. You would get hooked up with a casual service, and they would send you out to play this tuxedo gig, you know, and you'd play, you know, just, you know, bossa novas and stuff. And Slim Pickens comes over and says, "Don't you boys know any country music?" No. Actually, I played yakety sax, and he was happy. But it was funny. "Don't you boys, what's the matter with you boys?" You're good. Anyway, well, look, thanks for hanging out, you guys. I appreciate it. It's been fun, and we'll do it again next week. We've been out fixing the fence on the back 40. Yeah, man, that's a drag. Well, gee, Andy. Never mind. All right. Hey, we'll see you guys later. Thanks a lot for everything. And have a wonderful, blessed week. Thanks.